Mwana wanje na msonda teshakwele umwana ati bamufunda pakuya umwana ati bamufunda pakuya shimusonde njitoyo ya moneka ukalali oko waya ukalete mwa wiba omepe wiba obe nomba wiso nanoko wine nomba mulume obe ukachenjere no tulumendo tomu mabucha ukachenjere no tulumendo tomu mabucha twate mwa kusembaika twate mwa kupela ike mipusa mailo na mailo kakupela iwati kupeka nshibufi ili akarando kafikuwa kukana ukebukishie vifuwa mulila nena mashamuli champa walia ejo wikate mwa fifufia nama wikate mwisha kafu sasa shiteke wa muli champa tekwesha kukanashia mafuta ya ngumba wikate mwa tupela londo inena alanda kwena epo mpelele abatoba mayande lingi tupu wafye ilingini bachi bombe bombe ilingini bache naloweka bakaboyi batoba mayanda bengiye wananga talipo ashalale toba inena alanda kwena epo mpelele uyu mwaume washukila muntu musunge bwinu akakusunga we ila afika mukitwe alabefyebo ila afika mukitwe alabefyebo amafune amupele nyina ukufika mukitwe bena bwacha ala kumbwe na mapali meba kushipu kumona musonda samba alunga makubu chefi asanga potempo paka unta ukupunda wanu kilo wa mupafo aberebeshe 20 kwachi atisunga ichishire ni ya ushinamba mwikarapi chikarapati 14 kusakile ayamba no kumulansha muli chimbu ya fiakosa ayamba no kupanga no kupanangane wa upwa iya po palipe kantu sisazi wachiochi tafwe bene kakupelo mutiaka fwe imipamba ya isalomba kulina musonda abulo munwena ipayo mulume wakwe shimusonda bakufatile yemayo kawangene fyo kuchilokula fyo moyo wani nangu wanchitefi kunyoka shialo lejula inyoku wantu manomba ni kukutushapo shala wipesha kwino lechalo haleluya uyo atola no mulendo ukufaya tembo kubuchia tembo amusanga tele ale mune tembo nomba ngupa inkama Yesu nebo ni mbomba ni tembo napaka nuwa totolo ulia waipa ya mwaume na ine ndi mwaume ififine efyo winga nchita na ine limbi ukate mwashima bekare pamulandu wa mikate nkafwe nokupa ine kabiri na liupa iwapa kusarafia mano imipamba ya isa nomba kulina musonda amulo munwena ipayo mulume wakwe shimusonda bakufatile yemayo kawangene fyuku chilokula fyo moyo wani nangu wanchitefi munyoka shialo lejula inyoku wantu manomba ni kukutushapo shola wipesha bwino lechalo walia iwe Jibina wipa enama Kangolieko Jile chitaba kashikumushita ofishibe Jibina wipa enama Kangolieko Jile chitaba chitaba kashikumushita ofishibe nangu wipa yensofu kango liefye vile chitaba kashikunota ofishibe nangu wipa yensofu kango liefye vile chitaba kashikunota ofishibe ifya chitana musonda aipayo mulume wakwe ati wapane na tembo tembo amukana chitana musonda aipayo mulume ati wapane na tembo tembo amusenuka walia wakupira kumushi ivifine wemuntu ikala mutawe ula upira fyapa wikere barata ibira walia iwe walia mwana mayo walia ibira ikata ibira chindo chiriya chibondo mene ala chindo chiriya chibondo mene chindo chiriya chibondo mene chindo chiriya chibondo mene taruke ala taruke chindo chiriya chibondo mene aha Eria Shirio Muntu opiro fie bueno waisa munokarare akamuntu kachabe kambu bembawa waipa
Good evening, viewers. Welcome to Ubuntu channel. My name is Himba Malambo. With me in the studio, I'm with Jibontajule. Jibontajule, welcome to the program. CJ, welcome to the program. You are muted, CJ.
Good evening, Himba. Good evening, viewers. Apologies for the poor connectivity that I'm having. Otherwise, it's a pleasure to be on Nsaka once again. Himba, hope you've had a great day.
I've had a great day and I'm really enjoying. I mean, I'm seeing a lot of videos. There's room number 18, in room number 50, room number 5. However, we still have to proceed and talk about it. To our viewers, we are sorry for coming late. We had connectivity issues, as you've heard from my colleague CJ. However, we'll continue with the program and we expect to have a very good interaction and we expect to have very, very educative and good insight about what is happening in our society. Kelevai, welcome to the program.
Ritumezi muchwani wa Himba muchwani wachibonta. Is this Sibonta or Chibonta?
Mutumeza Hulu. We want to see how you are looking. Why are you hiding your face?
I haven't combed my hair.
Okay. However, it's nice to have you on the program. Ati shimusonda pakufuatile ye mayo. Ingawangene vyo kuchilokulu vyo mwewo wandi. Inoku wantumani mukutushako. Shala wipeshe wineno echalo. Sweetheart, did you hear that one?
I know. I grew up listening to that song or that music for the PK Shara. I had those days. I remember when we didn't have CDs, or we used to have LP. So it was,
so
we used to listen to to that music. It was really nice.
It was really nice, very rich, very educative music with a lot of sensitization, a lot of information for our society, and it also related more to culture in our day-to-day lives. However, our topic this evening, therefore, room 18. Now, CJ, is there any chance that we may have that video?
I hope the director has it. We'll need to check on him if it's ready, if he can play it. Actually, there are actually about I think 2 videos or so. Yeah.
Now, our director signals if the video is ready. If it is not ready, we'll proceed. We are looking at what is happening in our society, and we're also looking we are looking at the story which is very famous, known as Room 18. We want to hear our viewers' opinion. We want to hear imwapo panse mwema viewers ili ashimuli mwene shani tuli Nsaka pano Nsaka kulando twintu chitika mchalo ofo tukamwene ni kwisa kuango tureka mwena tuwe mwena shani. CJ, over to you. I think CJ is a little bit busy.
It seems you guys are having a network problem.
I've been told the video is ready. Let's give it 1 or 2 minutes just to watch that video so that if our viewers, you missed ichirelila oli ashiri Nsaka lero limbi mwata mwakatambire ka video ka room 18 twalampera ko kadiongo pano no, but would want to hear your views, your opinion, and what you think about this room 18. Over to you, our director.
More than 10,000 plus.
Doing?
Nothing.
Nothing?
Yes, nothing.
Okay, this is the man. This is the man coming to the lodge.
Which
It's
man?
my wife.
Which man?
This one. As you can see, it's coming for the lodge. Big man. Big man. Hello, you have sex with my wife? Yeah, why did you have sex with my wife? You have sex with my wife?
Thank you so much. Our viewers, please bear with us. We are struggling with internet. However, we are going to proceed. That is the video we are talking about, and that is the issue we are going to talk about tonight. We want to hear your opinion. What is your opinion? What do you think about this? What do you think about this story? Before we go any further, I'll allow Bom Kelebai to go on. Bom Kelebai, what is your opinion?
Uhule, Wachiramo.
Basically, before you come in, maybe I just give a little bit background of the video we are talking about. Our viewers out there, the video we are talking about, it's a lady who is perceived to be having an affair with she is a married woman, but she's having an affair with another man. And apparently she was caught red-handed with another man in a lodge. So, however, that is what we want to talk about. We just feel as Nsaka, we should add a voice. And we feel it's going to make a difference. Maybe there are a few questions which we don't understand. And hopefully in our discussion, some of those questions are going to be answered. Before I go any further, allow me to welcome Evangelist Shaabula to the team. Evangelist, welcome to the program.
Thank you, Himba, and thank you, everyone else. Thank you so much.
It's nice to have you. Are you aware about
Thank
number 5, room 5?
No. 18 I am. 18 I am.
There's also room 5.
Room 5.
Yes.
Room 5, yeah. I think there are 2 main rooms, actually. 2 main rooms.
There are 2 main rooms.
So,
But for today,
yes,
we are going to concentrate on room 18.
Yes, this evening there's another one. This one was in the car. No room number, but the car number.
Car number. There's a car number as well. Over to you.
Yes, good evening, everyone. Good evening, Shaabula.
Good evening, sir. Thank you so much.
It's good, to see you guys, and a little bit sad to see what is happening today. By the way, we want to thank technology for revealing a lot of secrets, things that used to be done in secret, but today we are able to enjoy these small shortcomings, even though we do not investigate thoroughly and to find out the causation and what is happening, but we just get the main caption, but we don't know the story behind that. And that's why I'm always a little bit reluctant in speculating. Otherwise, it is. I saw the video of room 18, and the husband to the woman seemed to have invested in investigating his wife. He had all the information to where the wife was going and where she will be, and he managed to follow. Unfortunately, he started recording when he was already at the scene of the alleged adulterous, whatever took place, and then you look at it to say, apa pantu apa abamdala kuoneka ti the lady, I think she did it because she wanted to be found. You saw the reaction of her. She did not look as though she was scared or she was caught. She just walked away, and they were not found in an act. They were just found sitting. I don't know whether they were sitting or standing or sitting on the bed. But we are drawing conclusion that yes, because there were some signs that there were some condoms on the floor, and of course, what would the married woman and the married man be doing around that time at a lodge? And that, to me, yes, the husband has the right to raise a flag, but the manner in which he did it, to me, I find it a little bit suspicious, because I believe this has not happened. That was not the first time it happened. I believe he knows, and I believe there's trouble in paradise. And this is where most men in Zambia and women do not solve my problems, my problems, or when they're having marital disputes, or they either go on separation, they don't even put up those conditions. You find a man goes his way, does his things, and expecting that a woman would sit at home, do nothing, and wait until that day when the man decides to bring back his heart. Unfortunately, it takes two to tango. It's a catch-22. The wife, if at all it's true that she was having an affair with that man, for her to have actually reached a point of deciding to engage a third person in her love life, that means that the marriage at home is not in existence. They are just living together for convenience, or because most of the Zambians, they like using children as an excuse to live in an abusive or in a dead love marriage. Let me end there.
Thank you so much, Mom Kelebai. To our viewers out there, you can join us in the studio through the link that has been shared, and or you can be with us through the messages. We'll be more than happy to hear your views. We'll be more than happy to hear your opinions. And may I also make it clear that whatever we are saying on this program, it's all speculations. We don't have evidence. We are just Nsaka. Tulechitafyo mlomo wa pansaka. Luambo fye tulechitapa. Fye tulelanda po fyonse that create evidence. Now, these are just opinions, individual opinions. So I've started with Mom Kelebai to tell us what is his opinion over the story. And Nomba Nala CJ. CJ, what is your opinion? CJ, what is the opinion on the matter? It looks like CJ is not with us. I'm going to Evangelist. Evangelist, what is your opinion on the matter?
Thank you so much, Himba. In the first place, I would like to actually show my condolences to the gentleman and many of those that whose beloved ones have engaged in the extramarital affairs. It's very, very sad. Now, I'll take each individual, Himba. Let me start with the whole act. Why people they would want, or maybe I would jump the gun. I want to find out. I want to talk about why people, get into that, and then from there, look at the behavior of the lady, then the behavior.
Before we get there, I want you to give your opinion first. Your opinion.
Okay. My opinion, first of all, is that first of all,
the way you analyze the whole scenario, in your own opinion, your own views first.
Yes. In my own opinion is that, there are difficulties or there are problems in the marriage between the husband and the wife. And these are the problems that he actually sent her out to look for an extra hand. So there are problems, there are difficulties. And those difficulties, I don't know them, but I can only speculate. Number two, the lady herself, if you look at the behavior of the lady, number one, it's either she's rude or insolent. She's rude. Number two, that rudeness can come from probably she is the provider in that family, or she is the main provider, or if not, the gentleman, the boyfriend, provides for the family. And so the gentleman, the husband in the home, has very little say with regards to discipline in the home and also the way they live. He has very little to say. And so it's like, what are you trying to do? After all, this is the guy that feeds you, dresses you, pays for your children, buys electricity, pays for DSTV, and all sorts of things. What are you talking about? She walked, majestically with the nose up and the neck raised. Sign of insolency, total insolency, insubordination, and very arrogant. She would even answer question. She even said that which man, So to me, that lady has an upper hand, even in the home there, when they make decisions, when they do whatever they do. I think the lady has a voice, and the gentleman is actually under, not the petticoat, but under Cabra. So the gentleman has no authority. Number two, the gentleman that took the lady to room 18, he looks to be a well-to-do person, looking at the car which he was driving, which threatened even the husband of the lady. He was threatened by the vehicle, because he even went to the extent of calling him sir. Muntu anyenga mukazi wako yokambati sir. What does that mean? Muntu utanta muka intu wako, ugunda muka intu wako yebo ulamwambati sir. What does that mean?
How did you want him to address him?
No. I don't want to put words in his mouth. You know, that person. So that is what he says. So it shows some deficiencies in the behavior of this gentleman, and I think he is not really a strong man. That's why this woman can do what she's doing. Then the other issue is that the gentleman looks to be, probably he's the one who is supporting the family, as I said it, because the way he was walking rudely, majestically, and he drives away slowly, nicely, showing that he's not worried about what has happened. You see? So this is why I always tell men, Himba, that a man must be able to provide for his family, or else your wife will be the property of another man, and you are going to be, and you'll be a servant of your wife and also the other gentleman. And overall, yes, overall, let me end here before we get into details. So that is about this video. Very, very unfortunate. But I sympathize with him. But at the same time, I would want him to be a man. He didn't behave, to me, he didn't behave like a man. He behaved like a
woman.
Not a woman. I don't want, women are good people. He behaved like he's somebody who is not matured. A man that cannot, approach, a difficulty, a pain, a challenge as a man. He went there with the soft gloves, not just the gloves, but soft gloves. He took Mamona, hey, I'll get perfume. Oh, the world. A man, you are screaming, you are threatened. No, the man should be, any man who has got two balls should be able to speak like a man. Let the wife know that this is a husband. Let the other man know that this one is the owner of the lady, and everything that is on the lady. He was very apologetic the way he was talking to that man. So to me, he needs to be cancelled by Evangelist Shaabula. Men don't behave like that.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay. Thank you so much, Evangelist. Before CJ comes in, my opinion on the matter as well. I'm the only lady, so I need to speak on behalf of my fellow woman. For me, first and foremost, that marriage ended a long time. Those people, for me, they just live together. That marriage ended a long time. Secondly, for a woman to get to that level, a lot has happened in the background. A woman who can have such confidence in such a situation or in such a scenario. For me, a lot has happened. And I would also say this to men. You men, when you're abusing a woman, when you're ill-treating a woman, you're actually training her to reach those levels. You're actually training her to be resilient to certain things in a marriage. So basically for me, I suspect in this marriage, a lot has happened. This couple has gone through a lot. And probably if you could after analyzing the way this man was behaving, the husband, the way he was taking, the way he handled the matter, to me, he was coming like, he knows that if this woman reacts back, I'll be in shit for me. He knew that ababa boss abaniba boss. So, and this tradition that is growing now, where men where men are becoming lazy to be looked after women, mukalaalya nefyafuma kuba nenu umo alilya nefyafuma kungwa yakwe popi. You know, a woman, you are even comfortable. No, my wife works. No, my wife does what? And you are going out there, you are wearing a coat to see like you are the one providing for the house when the woman is providing. Actually, you are relinquishing your rights in that relationship. You are relinquishing all the benefits in that relationship. And when this woman will start telling you center, left, right, don't complain. So those are the outcomes. So you men out there, stop complaining. This is what you are making this woman. And if you are an abuser as well, you are making this woman to be like this. So for me, a lot has happened in that relationship. And that behavior, I don't want to look at that woman to be arrogant. I don't want to look at her to be arrogant, to be disrespectful. There's a reason. And behavior has a reason. And behavior has a cause. However, as I end, it's just sad that when such a situation happens, society is very quickly to put the blame on a woman. I'll come back on that point. Over to you, CJ.
Thank you very much, Himba. Of course, in this situation, different blaming guys. With all that arrogance, which man? Where?
I feel you.
But what if she was right? What if she was right? Me, I feel like the man. I feel that Mamuna Oja, he overreacted. He jumped the gun. He found them not having done anything, but probably they were just chatting or they were about to. Unfortunately, he came in and and then he made the conclusion that
it's neither here or there. I find my wife in a lodge, in a room with another man, even if both of them have clothes on. That is fire. Now, let's get into tonight's discussion. Yes, Himba.
The other thing is, again, just add to my opinion, I don't understand, or even if this man, okay, yes, you can trust somebody. I also looked at the behavior, the cars as they were coming, it's like they were resisting to open the gates to release those people. What were their interests? And again,
those guards are a problem.
You know what, Himba? What we must understand is that, by law, I'm now talking about the law, the marriage law.
Yeah.
You cannot be found with somebody's wife or husband in a secluded place where only the two of you are. No matter how holy you are, but if you are in a place where the other person doubts you, the law allows a man even to sue you for what is called the interference. Now here is a lady and a man who are not married. They were found in the room.
It's not because there was and that's a customer.
What?
Whatever if she was selling something, she took the merchandise to the guy. There are some items she was selling.
She took some blankets. She was showing him some blankets.
The issue is not whatever it is. It is being found with somebody married in a questionable place. That's what is there. Whether it was businessy or not businessy or whatever it is, it under the law, that is interference. Where the owner of the wife or husband doubts what is happening, it is called interference. So an offense has been made in this, has been actually created in this case. This gentleman, first of all, to me, I would say that this gentleman himself, you are talking about the door being locked, whatever it is. They expected that gentleman to harass this gentleman. Look at the height. Look at the height of the man. It was actually, for me, I read from other sources where this gentleman was giving an interview and said, actually, no, this gentleman is a giant. He's a giant, and I wondered how my wife can go out with such a giant, and I did not want to attack him. So it's like, if I attacked him, he would retaliate, and then what would become of me?
But why didn't he go with company?
The whole issue is that giants. Before you approach me, look at me, my height. Maybe I'm 6.5. So one should be very careful how he approaches me, because these heights are not good. They threaten. So the gentleman was threatened. So Mukereva, be careful how you approach, some of us.
All right. So for the sake of time, though as my name, if you are going to cheat, don't cheat on your husband with a giant. Wasankako kamuntu whereby your husband is able to bundle him,
Bottom line is, now, bottom line, if I'm going to cheat, I shouldn't go at my husband's level. You have to go higher. So
What if
time is running? So time is running. I want us to look at things nicely in perspective, so that we can get to even the viewers properly as we go on with this discussion. Now, this trend seems to have become normal, whereby it's like women these days, they're just cheating anyhow. Women do not cheat the way men cheat. And they would even be celebrating that phrase, that likes something like that. But these days, we've noticed this trend with the women going on. Has it become fashionable? Himba, a quick answer before we go to Bom Kilebai, and then if Evangelist can speak more on it. And as Evangelist will be speaking more on it, I would like him to also touch on a few major reasons what can cause a woman to cheat on the husband. So Himba, akakatrendaka ndiye nyuno moroba.
CJ Olomubwele 10 Bamuna, I'll defend my fellow women, and I'm very geared for all the men today. First and foremost, for a married woman to cheat, it's not easy.
What did you say? What did you say?
It wasn't for ears, Evangelist.
Okay, go ahead.
I like that.
For a woman, a married woman to cheat, it's not easy. That's one thing. To go and have sexual intercourse with another man, it's not easy. Then therefore a lot has happened. As I scratched, this woman may be financially starving in this house. This woman may be looking for love outside there, because the problem which we have in our marriages now, just because you're married, your man doesn't appreciate you. Your man thinks you're a sex object. A man thinks you're a servant in that house. A woman doesn't feel a sense of belonging to that man anymore, to the husband. Then why, you definitely go for that man. And as I said earlier, relinquishing your rights as a man. You want a woman to be a breadwinner. You know, God has made us in a certain way that we want to be treated. Even if I get enough money, more than my husband, there's a time when I want to be treated as a woman. Don't treat me as a man when it comes to financial and the responsibility of the house. And then when it comes to other responsibility, you want me to be a man. You want me to be a woman. It doesn't work like that, CJ. It weakens us women, and we become more vulnerable to other men. You see, so women, they go looking for love out there. And apama n'okupama imweyo namona bali bepikira babatwalirako n'obwali muli woma. That's another story for another day. The other thing, if you don't satisfy your woman sexually, definitely she'll go out to look for sex. So these are the things which married people should look into it and find a way of compensating. There's just time when you need for marriage. There's just time when you need to appreciate each other. You even go out. The problem we've had, we become so casual, and it's a play. And you know, you men, CJ, especially in I can marry as many as you want. That's why now even women, they've started to marry 2, 3, 4. They're also now going out.
What a man can do, I can also do.
I mean, if I can rent a house for you, why can't I do other things which you do? I rest my case.
Quickly, I would like Evangelist to chip in and also give us a detailed perspective of this.
Thank you. Thank you so much. You said why are these cases becoming popular these days, of women, married women finding other men whilst in their marriage. One thing that you have to look at, I think, men of the causation could be, and they're insecure. They see a woman wants to be secured, and when she senses, because women have the strongest intuition, when they sense that you are, as a man, having an extramarital affair, at the same time, the love, that the way you used to treat your partner has totally changed. Now you treat her casual, you just treat her like any other person, and that also could actually contribute. She can feel that the love, the passion, the intimacy, the chemistry is no more there. It's not there. You're just becoming now roomies or roommates. Now my roomies, at least they talk, they laugh, they watch movies together. But in this scenario, you find that today you are either on each and everyone has on their gadgets watching or communicating with their friends. They are so invested their time onto their cell phones, and you are forgetting about the love in the house. You find that you are growing a distance, because one, after work, you come home, all you do is going on your cell phone. Our parents used to read my newspapers, our mothers in the kitchen cooking. These days, it's our mothers, they are also having cell phones whilst cooking. And our fathers, they are also having cell phone whilst watching a movie, or they are multitasking. So these are issues that are contributing to the distancing in relationships. And that's why you find now people start looking for alternatives, even when they know the dangers, they know the consequences, but they would rather do it in a secretive way that they are not caught, so that at least they are satisfied. Unfortunately, there's nothing hidden under the sun. Everything comes to in light at the end of the day. Now, no matter how you may try to hide yourselves, it will come out. So my last point is people are afraid because to resolve their matters, to resolve their disputes, their problems, even this distance that is growing in a home, that you no longer bond, you disbond. So you find that you don't talk about it. You don't talk about sex. You don't talk about anything. All you do is talk about bills. And when that happens, you know that if you approach your partner, he'll burst into an altercation. So the best thing you do is to ignore and invest somewhere else, whilst hoping that probably one day this person is going to change. So these are the dangers. So we need to really wake up in society.
Thank you, Kilobai. Evangelist, over to you. Why is this normal, and what are some of the reasons that are causing women to be cheating the way we are seeing these days? Whether it's human rights or equal rights. Over to you, Evangelist.
Thank you so much, CJ. Yeah, the women cheating. You see, there are so many causes as to why women cheat. First of all, you have to go back to the origin of that love affair. How did you start? How was it? What is it that you were doing together which brought you together? How were you spending your time? Which places were you visiting? What kind of foods were you eating? What kind of discussions did you have? Were you having? And what kind of friends did you have? Then the question is, where are you now in terms of relationship? And then what is it that has changed? Why has it changed? Why have you stopped doing what you were doing? Why have you stopped going where you were going? Why have you stopped drinking what you were drinking or eating what you were drinking? All these things must be put into perspective. The other point that we need to look at is, excuse me, the other issue that we need to look at is that women are people that are supposed to be supported by the husband. And normally we call that, that's why they call us daddy. Daddy means the one that protects me, one who takes care of me, one who feeds me, dresses me, and does all sorts of things. When I'm sick or I'm down, this person is around. So that's why they call us daddy. Now, the issue is that are these things provided? When there's no provision of that kind of nature, a lady will ask herself whether she's loved or not. And then from there, as she goes to the market, she'll meet somebody who will call her, Mama, you look beautiful. So what can I do for you? And she has got a chain of things on her list, in her mind, which needs to be done. So, and then she finds this good Samaritan. And the Samaritan is ready to foot the bills. So in most cases, you find that this lady will be tempted to the point whereby she'll forget that she's a married woman. She'll forget that she has got children with somebody. So because of this, you find that she'll be tempted and then she'll go away. The other issue is mulomo pakamwa. There are many men like myself and others that talk too much. They've got to talk time on all networks. When they start talking about a problem that happened this morning, they'll go on until dawn. Then they'll have a break as they go to for work. And when they come back, they will continue on and on and on and on. And we call it nagging. You know, nagging can cause a wife or a husband to go astray because they become fed up. They get tired. So we must be careful in the way we use our mouths. We need to be very, very careful. So the issue is that we have to be careful in the way we use our mouth, the thing that we say. Whatever comes out of the mouth, CJ, it must be something that is going to build your relationship. If it is going to separate you or cause you to fight or quarrel, then you don't need it. The other issue that we need to understand is that these ladies, they are not our sisters. If you are married, that wife of yours, she's not your sister, she's a wife. As she's a wife, she expects you to have sex with her. And not sex, it must be proper sex. So if she does not get enough from you and she begins to starve, a lot of temptations will come into her mind. So, which could be maybe one of the problems in the life of this gentleman, in room 18. So the lady might be starving. So the issue is that we need to perform. They are not our sisters. Neither are they our cousins. So the issue here is that men must be able to perform and women should perform. Now, I want to talk also about what makes sometimes people not to perform. When there are fights, there are quarrels, that relationship will be estranged. And then the whole idea of wanting to have sex will not be there. Rather, they will only be there to defend each other and find a way of running away from a problem. So before you go to bed, make sure that you create a conducive atmosphere whereby both of you are ready for sex. So that is very, very important. Nobody should feel starved. The other issue is the food itself. There must be food in the home. When there's no food, and the wife sees her children suffer, they go to school without food, they go to school without bathing properly with soap, no lotion, no nothing. So that can actually cause problems for a lady to desire to find somebody who should do that work. The other problem, it could be rentals. I'm talking about responsibilities. If you are renting, the gentleman should be able to pay for the rentals, pay for water, pay for fees, pay for ZESCO, pay for whatever needs to be done. So these responsibilities in a marriage should be handled wisely. The other issue is debts. When there are too many debts in the house, in that marriage will suffer because there will not be money in the home. All the money will go to service debts. So let's run away from debts like the way we ran away from COVID and any other sickness. So the other issue that we must understand is the way our wives are treated by our sisters, brothers, mothers, or relatives in short. If a wife is always a stranger in her own marriage, in her own home, she will run away to go and look for a place where she can find people that are friendly, people that can talk to her nicely and accept her as an individual. So men need to protect their wives from their brothers and from their sisters or relatives. So a wife must be protected. This is very, very important. The other point is men that stay away from work. I hope I'm not taking too much time. Men who stay away from home. No, today I'm in Kabompo working. the other day in Mazabuka, the other day in Chipata. You are not at home. You are always, away trying to bring bread and butter on the table. Yes, you are doing a wonderful job, but such jobs can create problems in a marriage sometimes, because the wife is always lonely, nobody to talk to. She can't kiss the TV. She can't embrace the fridge. She can't, the bed itself will not bring her comfort.
Maybe she can have
TV.
No,
it is not
just TV. I bought you a TV.
Yeah, TV singa kunyenga, TV sinyenga. So you cannot, give that responsibility to the TV to do it for you. No, it must be yourself. So do not say no because you drama zambiri. Even if you give your wife a lot of money, 200,000 kwacha per month, maybe or 500,000 kwacha per month, that is still, she will say, okay, thank you so much for the money, but I still want yamene.
But kuli batate bake mukazi enze kudya enze na ndrama china mchosa kuli batate bake na bamai bake ni chintu chimozi.
Ni chani
asinza kamba Evangelist munga kana.
So that is the issue, dear friend. Let's not count how much money we give her, or the beautiful cars we have bought for her, or the beautiful house or houses we bought for her, or the business we are running as husband and wife. But your wife wants you, your body, to have sex with you and to have proper and reasonable sex. The other issue is, yes, you may be having sex, but premature ejaculation, akalibe kuzisunga bwino atankazikire you asili za kudala iwe. So all these are problems. Utamangira chani we chikara. You see? So she will call you names. She will call you chikara. She will call you what and what. Your own wife. Reason, it's because you are not an expert. A wife is looking for an expert who is going to spin her head, who is going to do all sorts of things. What you are doing.
Probably that's why room 18, the woman was like walking away and she was like, who do you think you are? You're not worth to be called a man.
Yes, this is what I mean. You go there, you go there, you've got ka toothpick, munzako eva enda na mupini. So, lero. So the issue is that
now, Evangelist, so quickly sum up those points. Time is running. I would like you to also address other critical questions that relate to this topic. Yes, Evangelist.
Yes. No, I think since tafika kumipini uko manje, I think we can go to other topics now, to other questions.
All right. So in the clip that we had, there's this thing about social media. Okay, we've seen this has become a common trend that people are posting these issues on social media, private issues. Now, in addressing this, I would like you to handle how best such a situation should be handled. Okay, if you find your partner in such an incident, they are cheating from you, how should you handle it? So please do it from the traditional aspect. What avenue? Okay, what are the procedures, or what are the procedures from handling it in that perspective? You can also bring the Christian perspective as well as the legal perspective, even as you are handling this question. How should you respond to infidelity in marriage?
Yes. First of all, in anything, CJ, Himba, and Womukerebai, you need what is called the evidence, the law of evidence. whatever happens, you should be able to prove your allegations. If you're not able to prove your allegations, don't accuse your friend. Now, the idea of taking pictures or taking videos, whatever it is, yes, you may do it, but normally what is supposed to happen traditionally or by law is that if you suspect your wife to be going out with somebody and is in room 18, go there with the witnesses. There must be witnesses who are going to witness what has happened, because these same people, they will help you. Sometimes that giant, that man, he turns against you and starts beating you. What are you going to do? So when there are other people, maybe they can help you. You must have witnesses who should be able to rescue you in the event that you are harangued. So that is point number one. Point number two, taking pictures or taking videos, including accidents. When there's an accident, you are taking my videos, you are showing the whole world. You know, it is an offense. Actually, it's an offense, including taking pictures of those Monga Vacuum 18 video. You know, you're not supposed to do that. If you do that, then it means you are getting that for you to go and use that in the court of law as evidence. It is not for the world. So even that gentleman, if he wants, he can turn against the owner of the wife to say, you embarrassed me. If you found me that I was having sex with your wife, why did you not take me to court? You should have taken me to court rather than embarrass me. So even you, the owner of the wife, can actually face some music over the right thing that you are doing, over your wife's infidelity. So we need to be very, very careful. What I'm saying, number one, is go with the witnesses who are going to witness what you will find there. Number two, after you found what is there, get some of the, get some of the things. Either if you are men, get some either shoes of that gentleman, or get his shirt, his pants, anything that you can lay your hands on, or his phone. But as you do that, you must make sure that it does not seem to be aggravated robbery, because he can turn against you and say, actually, these people, they attacked me, and so they stole this from me. Sorry, don't worry, you can't see me. Power has gone. I'm in the dark. Power has gone. I'm in the dark. But all I can say here is that, all I can say is that, you need to be very careful in the way you take that matter. But the best place that you can take that matter is the court with your evidence that you have. In other words, you need witnesses. Number two, you need the evidence. Number three, report that to police if you can, or report that to the court. Even if you report to the police, it should end with the court, because it's the court that should decide. Number two, be careful not to injure your wife or beat her, whether beating the other person, because by assaulting that person, you are actually creating an offense. So you should not do that, or else you are going to dilute your case. You need to be very careful with what you are doing.
Evangelist,
So,
not even a slap, not even a slap, sure.
No. There's a way we do that. There's a way. There should not be wounds. She should not be wounded. But I'm not going to sit here and teach people how to punish a wife. No, it's not my responsibility. My responsibility is sitting here to teach you how to love a wife and make her a happy person and a productive person in your marriage and in your life. That is my responsibility. Over to you.
Thank you very much, Evangelist. Now, one other critical thing. In cases where a wife has been found cheating, most men do not forgive, or they find it hard. Usually, why is it that men fail to forgive and reconcile when they find their wife cheating? And then Kumankala, you find even the man himself has been cheating, Olama Mahule, you know, who've gone around, but just once when the wife is found cheating at Chikwati, why does it usually happen like that?
The reasons are many. There are also biological reasons. Body makeup of a man also determines that. And also, nikuipa kwa mitima ya muna. But the issue is that, you know, the husband in most cases is more jealous than the wife, because, as I said, you know, the biological body makeup that determines, you know, the behavior of a man. So we are not like women. Women can find you, they can find you with another woman on top of another lady, but she will just remove you to say, so she will just remove you. But a man, instead of doing the same, a man will get a knife or a gun and just, you know, kill. That is how we are made. But the issue here is that, you know, it is sin for both. It is wrong in both cases. What is wrong for a woman to do, it is also wrong for a man. What is bad for a woman, it is also bad for a man. A woman has got feelings, she has got senses, she is wise, sometimes wiser than a man, so is the man. So there's nothing like I don't believe in that CJ, Himba, and Mukerebai. I don't believe in that phrase. That inganda. It brings doubt. It brings the mistrust. It brings the fights and quarrels. So it's not good. So we should not actually promote. If there's any phrase that should be discarded and thrown out through the window, it is this one. Because that one, to me, it is treating a wife or women like they are second-class, you know, citizens. It's not right. We should not promote, you know, mischievousness, you know, in men over women. No, we should not do that. It is just wrong. Thank you.
Thank you, Evangelist. Your input on just on the issues that Evangelist has touched on as we are looking at the Room 18 situation.
Yes, please, I'm here. Sorry, I had muted. My question is, when a man cheats, who punishes a man? Who gets a whip and beat a man? That's the problem. Because there's nobody. And women, they're human beings too. The feelings, the pain that they are subjected to, that men feel when they are, women do feel the same too. So it is important that we should start now having a proper discussions, because today a girl child is well aware of these traditions that were so repugnant to natural justice, and today they are waking up and they are now adults and realizing that no man should take advantage of a woman just because she is a female. So most marriages today, they end because a man wants to be always on top, the superior. And then you forget that, and then you want to treat your wife or your woman at home as a maid or as a secondary in everything. But we forget that women are the players of the whole. They are the managers of the home. They are the manager of the whole family. And we don't appreciate that. And that's why we even go a mile and subject them to torture, abuse, even shoot them, kill them. You see, when they realize that us men are not appreciative, women are now beginning to come up with defense mechanism. They are now becoming, one, they empower themselves educational-wise. They empower themselves with the knowledge. They're economically becoming stable. And they want to see the masculinity of a man. If the women have this education, have gotten all this empowerment, where does the man fall in? How does he use that masculine? How does the man come in? They just realize that they have been duped. Women have been duped for a long time by men. Now they are just coming to realization that what a man can do, we can do too. And it's true, they can do it. Women can fly a plane. Women can go into politics. Women can do anything that they set their mind onto. Today we have even now they can cheat as well, yes.
Yeah, oh yes, I'm glad you are recognizing that. I'm so happy.
If a man can cheat,
that.
Why not? Why not? Today, you saw this room 18. Who is the most spoken, talked about in this? Just look at the way we have stereotyped, we have negated women. Today, we are not talking about that man with the Mercedes-Benz, whether he was a driver or he was sent or is the owner of we are not talking about him. The person that is coming into the picture is now the woman. And today we are judging that woman we are bombarding her with a lot of bad words and call her names. We are also forgetting, what about the man who was taking a video? The husband. He probably could be the one that has even caused this. But we don't know the story yet. So, if it was a man that was caught by a wife, I tell you, you were going to hear advice here that iwe nyamukani chabenda ukaitane babululu wake mukale pamoja then mukambisane. And a man won't be even called names. You saw what happened to that lousy chap that killed himself after stabbing the wife, killing the wife. You see, we are trying to put these women in a very terrible position. So that is making them becoming also aware and come up with a defense mechanism. Say, these men, they are not up to no good. Instead of supporting or feeling what we feel, they don't. They want to continue. Treat us like we are useless. That is why you see today women are standing up. They would rather be widows, enjoying the money that you have sweated for, or rather even go to another man and having gotten rid of you because you have treated her without respect. We beat them. Yes, let me finish. We beat them. We insult them. We do all kind of, we abuse them. And after a few hours, you ask them to go cook for you.
and they bring food. This is how stupid sometimes us men can be.
After
But this
cooking for you,
person,
you also you want her in bed. You want her to
and then
leave
you
you.
want her in bed, and yet she has logo or she has mnkwala wabakoswe mu nyumba. After wamumenya, you cannot call somebody you love. You cannot inflict pain, whether physical pain or mental pain, mental torture. You cannot do that when they are busy cooking your food, sleeping, and at you are a man, you're muscular, wagona no gona na minkono no nkorro. She's aware, she's awake. She can even come and just cut your throat. That's how terrible it is. So if you want to live longer, treat a woman with respect. Treat a woman equal as you love them to be treated. Don't treat them otherwise. Because as men, when it comes to in that masculinity, there's vulnerability. We are too vulnerable, and most women have not, these clever ones have now found out how vulnerable we are. And that's why they are going out and in room 18 and have fun. Some they're even taking Nishima, a stronger dude. I like that.
Thank you, Thank you, Kirewai. On treatment, it reminds me there's even another video where the husband is telling the wife, "Ata, you do a second hand, you do a second hand," and he seems, I don't know whether he's drunk or something like that. Himba, I need you to be quick and brief in giving your reaction or your observation over what Evangelist said, and as well as what Vom Kilwai has brought out.
First and foremost, I think for me, I don't agree with the idea of putting these videos on social media. As much as you may want to act like that when you are in a state of anger, state of hate, state of disappointment, you've got a lot of mixed feelings at that particular time. When you find your partner in such a situation, I think posting them on social media, for me, it's a no. Why do I say so? Let's not forget that there are children involved. And social media keeps these records forever and ever. Whatever you are putting on social media or whatever conflict you have, don't forget that that partner of yours is still the father to the children, to your children, and is still the mother to your children. So basically, there's other innocent souls that are being traumatized because of one person who didn't handle their emotions, and they thought Dr. Social Media or Counsellor Social Media was the best way to go to. Let's think of our children when we get to such situations. And let's also bear in our minds that there are other people who, even careers yabantu, you may not go on with this person because you found them committing adultery. You may say, okay, well, let's go separate ways. But you don't have to destroy their career. You don't have to destroy their personality. You have to, and when you are releasing somebody, release them, let them go. Don't destroy their lives. This idea of payback, doing what, I think for me, it's a no. And social media, for me, it's a no. Whoever posts these things on social media, for me, I look at such person to be immature, premature, and they don't even understand what they are doing and the consequences. Secondly, it's so sad that society is quickly at condemning a woman. Society judges a woman. Whatever situation that happens, that has to do. Society will just look at a woman has done that. A woman, very few people would sit down and think and say, why? What could be the cause? Why has this woman found herself in such a situation? As Mom Kelebai has said, there were two men involved. The other one even posted on social media. He became the advertiser. He was even advertising, oh, media, come, media, that kind of thing. But then if this man truly loved his wife, I don't think he can get to this point. So for him, it was to show community or to show the world that I'm married to a prostitute. I'm married to an adulteress. At the end of the day, what did he achieve? Nothing. Then society, and there was this man, the giant, whom we are calling a giant today. Social media is silent about that guy. Social media is not saying this giant is like him. He has the right to sleep with this woman, married woman, and he'll get away with it. And we haven't heard even the people who are condemning, who are saying they've only looked at this woman. However, how do you expect a woman to survive in such a society? Just the way society is, it condemns a woman. And then when we trickle down to household level, even household level condemns a woman, where you're going to find this man who feels I can treat a woman the way I want. But one thing people should understand, especially men, when you marry a woman, you get them from their parents' home or wherever you got them from. Just know that their parents, their family was their shield. It worked as their protector, their comforter. What made them to leave their family, their home? It's because of you. And they expect you, or we expect you, to protect us. We expect you to make us to be the queens. And if we want you to be treated as a king in your own matrimonial home, treat this woman a king, a queen. And one thing, men, you should understand is that when you give a woman a half apple, be assured that in return, she'll give you the full apple. If you give her a quarter, believe you me, what she'll give you back, you will not like it. So basically, my concern is when we find such situations, let's sit down. Women are traumatized in these matrimonial homes. There's one psychologist who said marriages, they survive because women, they're a bank of shit. What did they say? Because a woman always tolerate whatever rubbish that comes from a man. A man can go out, he comes and boast, you are second hand. A man can have multiples of women, multiples, and you come back and a woman will, and right now in our country, having a side chick, it's normal. And men, they don't know how women feel. They don't even know. But some other men would even say, ule tasha, ndakuletere fyakulya, ule tasha uladia, what are we lacking? What are you lacking? But for you to find me, I was eating where I came from. For you to find me, I was having everything where I came from. You saw beauty from wherever you found me from. I didn't come here to come and eat. I wasn't starving wherever I came from. But this is now the reaction of men. And right now, women are empowered. Financially, they can stand on their own. They understand their rights and they understand what being loved, what being appreciated is all about. You mistreat her, she'll go out there. Room 18 is a comforting room. Wong Kelebai. Room 18, it has become a therapy room. As we come to a conclusion, allow me to give Wong Kelebai under a minute. Please summarize, then Evangelist. Wong Kelebai, are you there? Okay, Evangelist, over to you. Please summarize for us.
Yeah, in summary, what I can say is that, we have got an epidemic of, I call it an epidemic of room 18, room 5, others in the bush, others in offices and everywhere. This, according to the Bible talks of the end of the world, that, some of the signs of the end of the world is the increase in wickedness. Increase in wickedness. We should not be part of the of people that are going to fulfill the prophecy. So let's run away from such. It does not help us. There's diseases or sicknesses that you find there, and the money that is supposed to be spent, at the household level, will be misused elsewhere. And also there are deaths. A lot of people have died as a result of having extramarital relationships. And some of the other problems that, because of these people that are out there, parents are not together. The husband will spend most of his time with the other girlfriends out there. So no time to sit with the family and be able to teach them. We should also be able to sit with our wives and share, great moments. We should spend time having sex with them. We should also go out with them, take them out for food, for some meals, and for sightseeing. We should go out with them and just having a nice time with them. we should be careful with our mouths, what we say and how we say it, because we can break their hearts as well. We should not fight. There's no need of fighting. Let your wife know that you are the best friend, and let her miss you because you are indeed a hand, for her. So this is very, very important. And also our children will be very, very happy to see father and mother being together, showing them how life must be. So all these things. So let's stop going to room 18, because it does not help. You will end up just having problems because you've gone to room 18. The best thing is go to your bedroom and have sex as much as you want. And you ladies, those that vakaso maningi, muziwa paso amuna vanu, osati umvera kaso monga izasira, sisira, it is on you all the time. And equally men also do the same.
Motivate, afunikonika mugia, not angon nale.
Okay, Magia, it's true. What you are saying is very, very true. Sex does not happen like tears. Because even in your tears, there is a cause. So even sex, there must be a process for anybody to be happy and be able to enjoy. And because I am Mashabika, Himba, where they go Mashabe mama, Mashabenga ndiga. So you must be. You must know where to touch, when to pull, and how to do it. So it's very, very important. If you don't know, teach your friend, teach your husband, show him, take your hand, lead him where it aches so that he can touch it, and then he excite you. So all these are things that we can explore in our bedrooms. Let's find time to teach each other. Foolish men also, when a wife wants to teach you some gymnastics, you start asking her, well, who taught you this? Where did you find this? You are also no. Before you married her, she was also reading. She was also looking. She was also practicing. Now it is time for her to share probably those memories when they were meeting with Jimmy or with Davis. So the whole issue is that allow her also to go mad, just as you want to go mad. Thank you so much. CJ, I'm done.
Thank you, Evangelist. Sorry, I had network challenges. Himba, we need to be winding up the program. Your guidance there.
In my conclusion, CJ, all I would say is that Ramona out there, look after your women. Appreciate a woman. You are the driver. You are in the driving seat. Appreciate the woman. Protect that woman. Don't let even your family members to fight that woman. If that woman, there are things that she's doing wrong in your house, please make it yourself to control her. Don't let even your little sister, even your younger sister, to say anything negative towards this woman. And never allow a woman to get to the point where she's going to say enough is enough. And when a woman says, azachiona, believe you me, uzachiona zoona. So avoid for a woman to get to that level. Let's love each other. Let's appreciate. Let's respect each other. Development in our country starts at family level, individual level. If our families are happy and development will come, we'll have happy children. Children are going to be excellent at schools. They are going to get good grades. Eventually, they are going to contribute to the workforce in the country. There will be doctors, there will be nurses. At the end of the day, we'll have development at national level. I submit, CJ.
Thank you very much, Himba. Vom Kirebai, in 1 minute, we need to wrap up.
Iringirine omuntu uleya pachulu nokwamba okulira mutule ilingirine uli omuntu eukwete obwafya eukwete problem muchilozi tulanda ati yakula mwamba kena alwana nisikwalo nga nawe ulwala mumala niwo wala chitashani niwo wala utayika sana no kukuya kuchimbusu niwo ulelwa nechibi area video. The man that got that video went to the public to seek public sympathy. That was just to show, to cover up his wrongdoings, to justify the things that he has been doing, hiding, using that excuse as a scapegoat, leaving his mountain of issues at home, out, munganda, bedroom. I believe, especially my side chicks that have been legalized in Zambia, because it's normal for a husband, for a married man to have a side chick. If you side chicks could come out, because you are women at the end of the day, you are being used. If you can come out and say, we almost send the video, ale imone chakwati, uli humble, na uli holy. Awe. Yesterday night he was at my house, room 24. So ela vepa abantu alete room 28, room 18 ya mukashi wakwe. Mukashi wako uirefe mkuchita my business. Maybe she was having a business a meeting. So Zambians, let us learn to be patient and take care of our homes. Let's not rush to the media. Social media would not be there to give you the things that your wife or your husband was giving you when you are left alone. Social media will just tarnish your image. Social media na tumona no kumona. That's why ile nyimbo bale mbakale chipale chapa msebo mayo kanshi munganda na mubongoloka ala na tufwa bazambia lekeni ubufi na bukira mu Zambia.
Your 1 minute is up.
And we should not call ourselves, we should never call ourselves Christians. We are liars, we are hypocrites.
Evangelist, 2 minutes, if you can just try to sum up everything, because time, we've gone beyond time. My director is indicating.
He was the first one to give his conclusion. He was giving his conclusions when he came.
I will just give a second.
Okay, thank you.
When you know that you are not divorcing your wife, when you know that you are not divorcing your wife, you still want your wife. Why should you take a video and expose her weakness to the world? And you still go back to her and keep her and let the children live with a mother who has a questionable character. Why should you do that if you are sane? Because it is not only herself who is going to be embarrassed, it is actually you yourself. Because you exposed her, the whole world will know that you are married to a lady who is like that. So it will actually be the name we have a Shaabula and not the wife that you married. So such men who do that, they are not only foolish, but they are idiots. Idiots.
Thank you very much, Evangelist. Thank you, Himba. Thank you, Bomkirbai. Viewers, you've heard it right here.
Sorry, iwe. Nafuno ibala kukamba inaine chilozi. Kibu kuba bwale. Kibu anganu. Ape kibu toto. Ape kibu pale. Muna yale anangana. Vitumezi. Birande mzoyande.
Right, so viewers, please, whenever you're faced with a situation, think about tomorrow. Do not act out of anger, but think deeply and do the right thing. Involve people that are able to help you before you take a wrong decision. Think. Evangelist says it doesn't help you to create confusion if you still love that person. So do the right thing and engage, whether it's Washibu Kombe and whoever, so that you are able to sort out your marriage and be back on track. From our comment section, I can see there was Samis Rafik J Senior, there was Tintanik Michelo, BK Junior K's, right. Okay, thank you everyone who managed to tune in, to post something there, as well as just be part of this conversation. Unfortunately, tonight we didn't have people to bring through studio so that they give their perspectives, apart from Bom Kilawai, Himba, and our in-house counselor, Evangelist Shaabula. If you need help, please do contact Evangelist on 0977-527-407. That is 0977-527-407. That is Evangelist Shaabula's number. If you have a situation that you want to share with us, please do inbox us, whether it's via Facebook. Please do that so that we can be able to handle this situation, and our table of counselors and well-vested people there are able to give guidance on different issues. From me, Himba, Vomkelevai, Evangelist, Emmanuel Nkunika, who's been our director and producer tonight, we want to say thank you, and make sure you share this broadcast and do make a date with us for another exciting episode of Pansaka right here on Ubuntu channel. Good night and God bless.